Hello everyone, it's Annie and I'm here today with my 5-star predictions for 2024. I'm really excited about some releases coming out in 2024 and I can't wait to share them with you. So one of them is such a confident 5-star prediction that I already have it, and it is The Principle of Moments. And this is just such a beautiful edition with these sprayed edges, and it's just gorgeous with the end papers and this cover naked hardback. It's just gorgeous. It is the Illumicrate edition, and I bought it from Pango Books because I'm just so excited to read it. It's not actually out yet. It comes out January 18th, and I'm so excited by it. Yeah, I'm very excited. This is described as a space opera Regency romance, and if that's all I needed to know. I mean, the cover is stunning. So it is for fans of Doctor Who, which I have to admit I'm not a big fan of, but I think it has the potential for me to really like it anyway. So let me pull up the synopsis. It's for fans of spacefaring found family like Becky Chambers and climate craft of N.K. Jemisin. I love both authors, so I feel like this is really going to be for me. It is a century-spanning space fantasy novel that will take you from a Regency-era love affair between a time traveler and the prince waiting for him in the past, to a rescue mission in the 60th century where a girl desperately races against time as she searches for the sister that the emperor stole from her. It sounds awesome. This is the first book in, I think it's going to be a trilogy. It's definitely going to be a series. I can't wait. This is definitely on my January TBR, so I'm going to get to it really soon and let you know what my thoughts are. The next 5-star prediction is Road to Rune by Hannah Lee. This is the first book in a series, again, called Mage Bike Courier. Sounds awesome. This cover, amazing. So this is for fans of Mad Max Fury Road, which of course I am a huge fan of, and this is queer as well. So it follows Jinlu, who has the most dangerous job in the wasteland. She's a mage bike courier, one of the few who ventures outside the domed cities on motorcycles powered by magic. Every day she braves the wasteland's dangers, deadly storms, marauders, and beasts to deliver her wares. Her most valuable cargo? A prince's love letters addressed to Yi Nerine, a princess desperate to escape the clutches of her abusive family and soon-to-be husband. Jin, desperately in love with both her and the prince, can't refuse Yi Nerine's plea for help. The two of them flee across the wastes, pursued by Yi Nerine's furious father, her scheming betrothed, and a bounty hunter with mysterious powers. Yeah, this sounds absolutely awesome. I cannot wait for this. I have been eagerly awaiting this since its publishing date got released, and I'm so excited for this. It just sounds awesome. Okay, the next is by S.A. Barnes, who wrote Dead Silence, which I just read and I loved. It's Ghost Station. So this follows a crew that must try to survive on an ancient abandoned planet in a space horror novel. So S.A. Barnes knows her niche and she knows she does it well. And yeah, I loved Dead Silence so much. It was a 5 stars, so I'm really hoping this is a 5-star as well. It follows psychologist Dr. Ophelia Bray, who has dedicated her life to the study and prevention of ERS, a space-based condition most famous for a case that resulted in the brutal murders of 29 people. When she's assigned to a small exploration crew, she's eager to make a difference. But as they begin to establish residency on an abandoned planet, it becomes clear that crew is hiding something. While Ophelia focuses on her new role, her crewmates are far more interested in investigating the eerie, ancient planet and unraveling the mystery behind the previous colonizers' hasty departure than opening up to her. That is, until their pilot is discovered gruesomely murdered. Is this Ophelia's worst nightmare starting? A wave of violence and mental deterioration from ERS? So yeah, it's a space murder mystery, and I love it, and I can't wait to read it. The next two are YA. This is a YA fantasy. It is sapphic. It is a Jamaican-inspired fantasy that follows a God's-blessed heroine who's forced to choose between saving her sister or protecting her homeland. So this has a lot of really interesting family relationships, and I really like books that focus on sister relationships especially, so this just sounds like it's made for me. And it's sapphic, it has dragons, and the cover is gorgeous. So let's get into the synopsis. Farron, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Farron can channel the power of the gods. 5 years ago, she used her divine magic to liberate her island from its enemies, the dragon-riding Langley Empire. But now, at 17, she's all powered up with no wars to fight. She's a legend to her people and a nuisance to her neighbors. When she's forced to attend an international peace summit, she expects that she will perform tricks like a trained pet and then go home. She doesn't expect her older sister, Elara, forming an unprecedented bond with an enemy dragon, or the gods claiming the only way to break that bond is to kill her sister. As her desperation to find another solution takes her down a dark path, and Elara discovers the shocking secrets at the heart of the Langley Empire, both must make difficult choices that will shape each other's lives, as well as the fate of their world. I can't add anything to that. It just sounds absolutely spectacular, and I can't wait for it. It comes out January 16th, so very, very soon. Get those holds at your library and get to reading it. The next one I am even more excited about, if that's possible, because it's by Yoon-ha Lee, which is one of my favorite sci-fi writers of all time. He is just absolutely spectacular with his world building, and I'm even more excited about it because it has to do with mechs, and I absolutely love mecha sci-fi. It's in the vein of Gearbreakers and Iron Widow, and I just can't wait for it, okay? So it follows Hua Young, who was just 10 years old when Imperial forces destroyed her rebel moon home. Now, 6 years later, she's a citizen of the very empire that made her an orphan. Desperate to shake her rebel past, she dreams of one day becoming a Lancer pilot, an elite group of warriors who fly into battle using the Empire's most advanced tech, giant martial robots. Lancers are powerful, and Hua Young would do anything to be the strong one for once in her life. When an attack on their boarding school leaves Hua Young and her classmates stranded on an Imperial space fleet, her dreams quickly become a reality. As it turns out, the fleet is in dire need of pilot candidates, and Hua Young, along with her brainy best friend Gum, rival Bae, and class clown Song Soo, are quick to volunteer. But training is nothing like they expected, and secrets, like the fate of the fleet's previous Lancer squad and hidden truths about the rebellion, are stacking up. And when Hua Young uncovers a conspiracy that puts their entire world at risk, she's forced to make a choice between her rebel past and an empire she's no longer sure she can trust. I love it. I love it so much. It's tagged as queer, although it's not evident in the synopsis in what way it is, but I trust Yoon-ha Lee to make it queer. It's just stunning. I love things like this with big galactic empires and one small person who can take them on, and I can't wait for this. It sounds awesome. All right, the last YA of this list is One Killer Problem by Justine Pucella Winans, who was the writer of a book that I read last year called Bianca Torre is Afraid of Everything. I gave that book 4 stars. This seems like it will appeal to me a little bit more, and I just feel like it's going to be a 5-star for me. I just have a good feeling about it. So it follows Gianna Gigi Ricci, who lands in detention again, but she doesn't expect the glorified study hall to be her alibi. So this is a queer murder mystery thriller with a touch of camp, it says. So when Gigi and her friends receive a mysterious email directing them to her favorite teacher, Mr. Ford's room, they find him lying in a pool of blood. But calling the math teacher's death an accident doesn't add up, and Gigi needs all the help she can get to find the truth. Luckily, she's friends with her high school's mystery club, and so with her best friend Sean and longtime crush Mari, Gigi sets out to solve a murder. But it turns out murderers are extremely unwilling to be caught, and the deeper Gigi gets in this mystery, the more dangerous things become. Between fending off a murderer, continual flare-ups of her IBS, and her arch-nemesis turning flirtatious, making it out of junior year is going to be one killer problem. Yeah, this sounds awesome. It says that it has a hilarious voice and that the main character Gigi is a disaster buy, which I love, and that it's an ode to cozy mysteries and queer found family. And those are just so many buzzwords that really hit home for me. I need this book yesterday. I need to read it now. All right, the last two. One book that I have talked about quite a bit on my channel is Exodia by Seth Dickinson, and the synopsis is quite short. This follows Anna Sinjari, refugee, survivor of genocide, disaffected office worker, who has a close encounter that reveals universe-threatening stakes. While humanity reels from disaster, she must join a small team of civilians, soldiers, and scientists to investigate a mysterious broadcast and unknowable horror. If they can manage to face their own demons, they just might save the world. Yeah, so that's all I know about the book. I have it on NetGalley. I have yet to start reading it. It comes out January 23rd, so I definitely have to read it this month, and I'm very excited to, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm nervous because it is a 5-star prediction, but I'm just so nervous about what if it's not 5 stars, because it's Seth Dickinson. I love Baru Cornwall so much, and I really want to love this. All I know about it is that it has a sapphic love interest who is a serpent alien. That's wild and just sounds like it would be great to read. So I'm really looking forward to this. Okay, and the last one is a little bit out of the ordinary for me, but it's still sapphic. All right, this is the Ballad of Jait de la Haye. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name right, by Briony Cameron. Okay, this is a tale based on true events, illuminating a woman of color's rise to power as one of the few purported female pirate captains to sail the Caribbean, and the forbidden love story that shapes the course of history. So in a tumultuous town in Santo Domingo, Jait is an unknown but up-and-coming shipwright. Her dreams are bold, but her ambitions are bound by the confines of her life with her self-seeking French father. When her way of life and the delicate balance of power in the town are threatened, she is forced to flee her home and become a woman on the run, along with a motley crew of refugees, including a mysterious young woman named Teresa. Jait and her band become indentured servants to the infamous Black Hand, a ruthless pirate captain who rules his ship with an iron fist. As they struggle to survive his brutality, Jait finds herself unable to resist Teresa despite their differences. When Black Hand hatches a dangerous scheme to steal a Portuguese shipment of jewels, Jait must rely on her wits, resourcefulness, and friends to survive. But she discovers there's a grander, darker scheme of treachery at play, and she ultimately must decide what price she's willing to pay to secure a better future for them all. Chickpea, what are you doing? Yeah, that sounds awesome. Historical fiction is kind of hit or miss for me usually, but this really reminds me of Red as the Sky, or Deep as the Sky, Red as the Sea, which is one of my favorite books of 2023. It's a female pirate captain, and it's a very different setting, and this one is queer, which should make it even better in theory. So I'm very, very excited about this. All right. So those are my 5-star predictions for books coming out in 2024. Of course, I have a lot more that are backlist books that I'm hoping will be 5 stars as well. But let me know what books you think are going to be 5 stars for you in 2024 down in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more bookish videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!